Good afternoon YouTube, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Quarantine Clips episode number 4. This episode is going to be a banger, full of big sends, full of big slams, and we're actually going to start off with a clip from someone that I know. The first time I saw it years ago, I found it hilarious. So this is Will Pearson trying to learn flares at Corby skatepark. That clip makes me laugh every single time. The one thing that I've always loved about this clip is the noise. It's so funny. We're now going to switch things to Andrew Mackenzie, who isn't crashing. He's sending it on a mini backyard course that he's made, which I think looks really good fun. What a cool little setup, starting with the drop off, couple of jumps and then the balancing beam to finish. So bit of everything in there. Nice work, Andrew. The next clip is from Sam Hersick and it is of his mate Joe Cornely getting a corner completely wrong. The next clip is from Keiran and he's sending what looks to be quite a big, fast and scary step down, which he does crash on and gets away with it very lightly.
Whoa! You alright?
Yeah. That was a lucky escape because if you look at that in slow motion, just keep an eye on his leg.
Whoa!
Dude, that was a very near miss, but thank you very much for the clip. I'm glad you shared it with us and I hope that you went straight back up and sent the jump again. Whilst we're on the topic of near misses, Paul Cook has sent me a clip of his son Saxon getting pretty close to the limit. Moving on to the next clip, and it's from Nathan Whelan, and the rider is Franky, who is 3 years old, and all I can say is I wish that I could do the things he's doing when I was 3 years old.
Where's your one-handed?
That's so sick. One-handers, bunny hops and little wheelies at 3 years old. That surely is the future right there. The next clip is from Rad Bike Shred Gnar and he is Rad Bike Shred Gnaring a line that he's built in his backyard. That's a really cool line. I'd almost go as far to say a quarantine dream with a yard like that, and it makes me stoked to hear just before the cut clip that they're all still stoked even though we're locked down. So nice work with that one, dude. Amy Vincent Ellert was following her brother way too close down a trail. She was so close that she couldn't actually see the trail in front of her, went to the side, and as she did so there was a fallen tree in her path which she couldn't stop for. Check it out because yeah, it's quite scary.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
That's not a very nice one to watch, so Amy, I hope that you're okay after that. Let's get stoked again by watching Josh Dyer sending some stees on a trail. Next up we have Joseph Harris, who is racing at Manchester's indoor arena, which is awesome. He's number 12. I actually can't see the numbers on there to identify him, but so I'm not sure if he's the guy that crashes. I hope he isn't. Either way, enjoy the clip.
11 point in there, Charlie Clare and Arnold squared two. Jordan absolutely ripping.
Get up, son!
Nathan Hughes has sent me a clip of Aaron Arnold going flying over the bars at my local spot on a jump in slow motion. Check it out. Aaron, I hope you're okay. That was one of those crashes which we all want to avoid. Speaking of going over the bars, I've been showcasing all of your crashes and I haven't even put one of mine in yet. So I'm going to explain a crash which a lot of you would have seen quite often if you watch my channel frequently, because it was a clip that used to be in my intro of me doing a flip and casing it on the whale tail. Just check it out before I explain it.
Oh! You alright? Oh! 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 Sure?
Yeah, that's too tight. So that looks quite brutal. It was quite a painful crash. I was filming for a video and I had the idea of making the mini whale tail because I thought that it just looked super flowy, and I just, in my head, I pictured that to jump in and flip out would look so nice. So we got up there, the ramp felt so tight and I wasn't sure if it was possible, but we was on a bit of a time scale, like there was security at that spot and we'd been kicked out when we tried to film it before, so I just shut my eyes pretty much and sent it. The next thing I know, as I'm coming around on the flip, my front wheel is just smashing into the top of the ramp. Before I know it, chucked over the handlebars, I slid a little way down the ramp and ended up with no injuries actually, just a bruised hip, which was quite painful to walk around. And unfortunately, I actually didn't land that trick. I didn't go back and retry it because I just knew it was too tight and I just couldn't get the speed into it. Basically, if I went fast enough to flip out of it, I would have over-cleared jumping in. I was landing on the takeoff, so yeah, it was just too small and too tight and a bit of a stupid mistake, but it has made for a good clip, which I hope you've all had a little laugh at. I know that I definitely have for sure over the years. Next up we have John Bonomi, who will start with his crash. That was savage. It was like a motorcycle high side, but on a mountain bike. It gripped and spat him right off over the top. The next clip is still from John. He's asked me to help him name a trick. Check it out. That's sick, a nice creative move. Personally, I would call that a wall plant or a wall run, but yeah, it's like a variation of the Running Man. Maybe you guys can help. Leave some comments below and help John to name his trick. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for in this episode. As ever, thank you to each and every one of you who sent in clips, and those of you that had slams or crashes. I hope that none of you were injured. If you fancy the chance to feature in Quarantine Clips episode number 5, then make sure that you send your clips to tomcardy@hotmail.co.uk. Send me anything. It can be riding clips, it can be crashes, trails that you're building, jumps that you're making, injuries that you've had, photos, absolutely anything to do with bikes. Send it over my way and hopefully you'll see it in the 5th episode of Quarantine Clips. Stay safe and healthy out there, everyone. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, leave some comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one.